Hi everybody, welcome to Mobility Monday. My name is Bart Hawkinson, physical therapist at Therapeutic Associates, Northlake Physical Therapy. Today we're going to go through some exercises for postural muscle strength. Obviously, as a physical therapist, something I'm fairly passionate about. Big deal with posture is the rounded shoulders that a lot of people get, and especially in these days where more people are working from home, more people working in front of a computer. Again, ergonomics are not always the best working from home, and so it makes it a lot easier for us to get into those positions where things get rounded forward. In addition to that, just not being the best thing for the shoulders, that also puts a lot more load through the upper back and really eventually puts a lot more load through the neck. So we see people that have neck pain really working on the postural piece where we can kind of get our shoulders back, get our shoulder blades back, get our chest open up is one of the best things that we can do to help support the neck, keep the head on up above our torso. So today I'm going to go through a few of my favorites, simple things that for the most part can be done with pretty much no equipment, can be really done like at your workstation. So we'll go dive into those right now. All right, so the first series of exercises really involves no equipment at all. I'm just going to get up to a standing position, and then I'm going to get into a good hip hinge. So knees are soft, and I'm going to hinge right at the hip. So keeping my back straight, that's the key. I'm going to bend forward as far as is comfortable, and I'm going to work through some muscles where I'm pinching, or work through some exercises where I'm pinching my shoulder blade muscles back. So the first one I'm going to do is we call a letter T. So my palms are facing forward. I'm going to bring my arms up in line parallel with my body and pinch my shoulder blades back. I'm going to hold that for about a second. And there's the exercise there. I should feel it right between my shoulder blades. Second part of this is I'm going to bring my arms up with a little bit of a bend. So I'm going to make the letter W here. So elbows bent, arms come out to the side, pinching the shoulder blades together. Maintaining a good, maybe 1 to 2 second pause at the top of the motion. And key component with this is the movement is coming from pinching my shoulder blades together. I'm not bringing my arms excessively back. I don't want to create any impingement through the shoulders. Next movement is I'm going to do a T, letter T. So I start with my hands together, palms together, and I bring my arms straight out to the side, kind of like a big letter T or airplane wings. And again, pinching the shoulder blades together. I want to avoid pinching my neck, of course, and I also want to avoid letting my arms come out of plane with my trunk. Puts a lot of load through the shoulder. We don't want to do that. So it's out, straight out to the side, and pinching the blades together. Again, getting that good 1 to 2 second pause at the top of the motion. Next is I'm going to move into a letter Y. So the arms come up, not straight up, but at a slight outward angle, as high as I can go, and back down. This one, it's okay for your shoulders to shrug up a little bit. You don't want to focus on keeping them aggressively downward. That actually can create some shoulder problems. So allow those shoulders to come upward, maintaining that good position, keeping the head and neck straight. There should be a very gentle tuck through the chin there. I don't want the head up like that, but gentle tuck, straight neck, straight back. And final one is, it's like I'm making a letter X here. So what this looks like is one arm up, one arm back. Notice both of the palms end up pointing at the floor, and then I'm going to switch. So it's kind of like when I put the whole thing together, it creates a letter X. Again, just like the last, back is straight, hinging at the hips, gentle tuck of the chin, neck is straight. So I like to do 2 rounds of 10 if I can. That can be a lot of volume, so if you haven't done a lot of these before, or if your back is a little sore, you might want to start at doing 2 rounds of maybe 5 each. So the next one we're going to do is called a thread the needle, and it's really good for getting thoracic spine mobility, rib cage mobility, and also getting the strength of those muscles between the shoulder blades. I'm going to use the weight bench here. This can be done on a chair at home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one knee onto the bench, and the other hand is right here. So my weight is between hand, knee, and other foot. And with this arm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach through this window. So this is the threading the needle component. I'm going to reach and stretch. So I get a little bit of stretch through my right shoulder girdle, and then I come up and out, and I rotate, and I'm opening up the torso there, pinching my shoulder blade together. So keys to success with this, just like the previous one, I want my neck to be straight, slight tuck of the chin, back is straight. You can see maybe a little bit of roundedness as I'm bending over, but I don't want to be curled up into a ball. As I come forward through here, getting a good reach. And then as I come out, key here is I want to turn through my rib cage, through my torso, head kind of gently follows along, and I'm pinching that shoulder blade back. So you can see I don't want the arm to come out of phase, kind of out of line with my trunk, keeping my arm in line with the plane of my chest, pinching the shoulder blade and turning the torso. So it's really activating those muscles between my shoulder blade. Again, a good goal for this one is to do about 10 repetitions on each side. No real hold on this, just a brief 1 to 2 second pause at the top of the motion. There should be no pinching or pain in the neck. If there is, chances are you're shrugging the shoulder up like that, focusing on keeping the shoulder down and the neck long and straight. All right. Now for the next section here, I'm going to use these little press-up bars that I've got that sit on this weight bench. These are real simple. You can find these anywhere, sporting goods stores, online. At home, even just a chair with armrests works great for this. So I've got my hands here. Key pieces to this is I'm going to keep my chest up and my shoulders back, and I'm going to do a little press-up here. So here, and I'm going to press straight up and pinching my shoulder blades back and back down. My feet are on the ground here, so I'm giving myself a little bit of lift through the feet. It's not like, like doing some dips at the gym or anything like that where my feet are up in space. Feet are here to help out. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is up. When I'm up, pinching the shoulder blades, getting tall through my spine, holding for 1 to 2 seconds, and back down. The way to scale this appropriately is how much you use your feet. So I can put my feet flat, and I can do the same motion here now, and I'm pushing with my legs, and it's much less effort, but I'm still getting the same muscle activation. So listen to your body, see what you need to do, how much you need to assist. If I really want to make it hard, I'll put my feet out in front of me here, so now my weight is on my heels, and now I'm taking most of my weight through my shoulder girdle, which is a lot more effort, but only want to do that if we've got the form. Keys to things to look out for is obviously not letting the shoulders shrug up like that, or letting your body round forward. You don't want this to be a press up like that. You want shoulders back, chest up, pinching the blades together, so it's really a postural muscle activation. Great. And the final piece here is one more exercise to really pull in those shoulder blade muscles, specifically a muscle called the lower trapezius, which is sort of an often underlooked muscle that's kind of in the bottom of the shoulder blade down there, and really, really important for our posture. So I'm onto the bench here again. If a bench is not something you have access to, you can use a coffee table or a chair, just something that you can put one knee on and hand on. What I'm going to do here is maintaining that good position again, where my chin is tucked, neck is straight, back is straight. With one arm, I'm going to reach up at a slight outward angle, and I'm just getting as much elevation through there as possible. Little pause and back down. I want to shoot for about 10 repetitions of this, and it's a bit of a stretch through the shoulder girdle, but really we're looking to feel activation into the muscle group right back through there. All right, great. All right, so today we went through some of my favorite simple little postural strengthening exercises, really good ones to do to help preserve good posture, good shoulder position, and good health and alignment of the neck. Some key takeaways with these, really making sure that you're scaling these appropriately. So, it doesn't seem like a lot just moving the weight of your arms, but we're looking to get some soreness through the shoulder blades. Obviously, we don't want too much. So if these are not something that you've ever done before or have not done in a long time, you might want to start fairly conservative, maybe just do a couple sets of maybe about 5, and you can always add repetitions. If, however, you're building up to the point where you find that these are really easy, you're not noticing any muscle soreness, just kind of blowing through them, the way you can make them a little harder is by adding a little weight, even just like 1-pound objects that you have at home, say soup cans or something like that, really adds a lot of challenge. Key point with that is a little goes a long way. So the difference between doing that with your arms and doing it with a 2-pound weight, 2 pound doesn't seem like much, but it really is pretty challenging. You know, there's not many people out there that use much more than like 2 to 5 pounds, and those are people that are doing this quite frequently, you know, that are at the gym a lot, that are quite strong. So a little goes a long way. Listen to your body, scale appropriately, and keep moving.